Let's talk about dispute letters. Are you dealing with inaccuracies on your credit report? Now, believe me, that can be very annoying, but don't worry, I've got the answers you need. Disputing errors with credit bureaus can be a frustrating and time-consuming process, but it's important to take action to protect your credit score and financial goals. So, in this video, I'll be sharing some tips to help you write an effective dispute letter. And with these tips, in no time, you can take charge of your credit and move closer to achieving your financial goals. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andy from Credit Sage, and we're the #1 source for all credit-related information. We've got over 3,000 reviews for a 4.9 out of 5 Trustpilot rating, and we're the best bet to hit those credit goals. And today, I've got some juicy tips about dispute letters that you definitely want to hear. So let's get started. First, what is a dispute letter? A dispute letter is simply a written communication that you send to credit bureaus to dispute or challenge inaccurate information on your credit report. It's your way of telling the credit bureau that the information they're reporting is wrong and needs to be corrected. Now, just to be clear, credit bureaus are companies that collect and maintain information on individuals' credit histories, including their credit accounts, payment histories, and outstanding debts. All of this information is included in your credit report, which is like a report card that contains everything you need to know about your finances. Credit reports also include information about any bankruptcies or foreclosures or collection accounts that you may have. However, you need to realize that credit reports are not always accurate. Mistakes on credit reports can occur for a variety of reasons, and one common reason is simply human error. When creditors and other entities report information to credit bureaus, there's always the potential for mistakes to be made. And this could include errors in account balances, payment histories, or other little details. One common reason for mistakes on credit reports is identity theft. If someone steals your personal information and opens accounts in your name, those accounts can appear on your credit report, even if you didn't open them yourselves. And this can be a serious problem, as it can damage your score and make it more difficult for you to obtain credit or favorable loan terms. And it's also worth noting that credit reports can sometimes be merged or confused with someone else's. And this can happen if two individuals have similar names or other identifying information. And it can lead to incorrect information appearing on your credit report. So bottom line, there's a variety of reasons why mistakes can occur on your credit reports. So that's why it's very important to review your credit report regularly and check for any of these errors or inaccuracies. So let's look at some of the errors you want to keep an eye out for. And some of these we already discussed, but I want to cover them in more detail here. So your credit report contains personal information, such as your name, address, date of birth, social security number. And if any of this information is incorrect, it could cause confusion and make it more difficult for you to get approved for credit. For example, if a lender sees that your name is misspelled on your credit report, they may question whether you are the same person who applied for the credit with them. Also, the status of your account, such as open or closed, can affect your credit score. If an account is listed as an open account when it's actually closed, it can make it seem like you have more debt than you actually do. This can cause your credit utilization ratio to be higher than it should be, which can negatively impact your credit score. Duplicate accounts on your credit report can make it look like you have more debt than you actually do. This can also make it seem like you've opened more accounts recently, which can negatively impact your credit score. Late payments can have a significant impact on your credit score. If a payment was made on time, but it's listed as late on your credit report, it can negatively impact your credit score. This can make it more difficult for you to obtain credit or favorable loan terms. If an account is listed on your credit report that you don't recognize, it could be a sign of identity theft or fraud. It's important to dispute these accounts as soon as possible to prevent further damage to your credit score and financial health. Another one is the balance listed for an account on your credit report can impact your credit score. If the balance listed is incorrect, It can make it seem like you have more debt than you actually do. This can cause your credit utilization ratio, again, to be higher than it should be, which can, once again, negatively impact your credit score. So getting rid of these errors has the potential to improve your credit score. And with a high score, you'll be more likely to approve for credit cards and loans. And you may also be able to qualify for lower interest rates and better loan terms. Having a high credit score can also make it easier for you to rent an apartment, obtain insurance, or even get a job. That's because, many landlords, insurance companies, employers, they use your credit score as a way to assess an individual's financial responsibility. Now, on the other hand, if you have a low credit score, you may have a harder time obtaining credit or favorable terms. So you may also be subject to higher interest rates and fees, which make it more difficult to pay off your debts and improve your financial situation. So if you've already got some errors to deal with, here are 5 tips to help you write that dispute letter. But first, here's a much better option. Contact Credit Sage. Just skip right past the stress and let us take on the job for you of dealing with the bureaus directly. Our experienced team handles credit report disputes on a daily basis and know exactly what red flags to look for. We also know how to pick our way around interactions with the authorities. So by letting us take care of the process for you, you can save yourself time, energy, and potential frustration. So hand it over to us today, and all you have to do is just call the number that's in the description below. But if that's not an option for you right now, here's what you need to know about disputing errors. First, review your credit report carefully to identify any errors or inaccuracies. Start by obtaining a copy of your credit report from the major credit bureaus such as Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Carefully review each section of the report, including personal information, account history, payment history, and look for any errors. Or even just inaccuracies, such as incorrect personal information, fraudulent accounts, or incorrect balances, things like that. Secondly, you want to gather any supporting documentation that you have to prove your dispute. This could include bank statements, receipts, or correspondence with creditors, and having this documentation on hand will help you make a stronger case when disputing the error. Next is you want to sit down and write a detailed dispute letter. And in this, you want to include any specific information, the nature of the dispute, and any supporting evidence that you have. It's very important when writing this letter to make it sound very professional and clearly explain each and every item that you are disputing and add your supporting evidence to go along with it. Be very concise, but you also want to make sure that you provide enough information to make your case. And after that, send your dispute letter to the credit bureaus through certified mail, and also keep a copy for your own records. At this point, the credit bureaus have 30 days to investigate your dispute and respond to you. So if you don't get any response from the credit bureaus within 30 days, follow up with them. Be persistent and make sure that your dispute is being investigated. And remember, you can always contact us here at Credit Sage through the number in the description. This process can be very overwhelming, and it might simply be something that you just don't have the time for to pour through all these documents and look for all the inaccuracies. And that's why we're here. We're here to help. And with just a quick and easy phone consultation, we can assess your credit report and sign you up in just a few minutes. So don't let any of these errors hold you back any longer. Just give us a call. We're here to help take control of your credit score today. If you found this video helpful, please show your support by hitting the like and subscribe button to our channel for new videos each and every week. Thanks for watching.